page, we're going to be writing equations, but it's a little bit different than what we did on the first page, a little bit more math involved. So we'll still find our change in x and change in y. So our x's, we're adding 1. Our y's, we're adding 2. So 2 over 1. And then that turns into 2x. Then we're going to pick an x value. It doesn't matter which one. So let's pick 4. So we're going to take our 2, and then we're going to times it by our x, which is 4, and we get 8. And then we ask ourselves, what can we do to 8 to get to 9? And we can add 1. So that plus 1 that we just found is going to go right there as our b. So we could have done 3. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 plus what will give me 7, which is 1. All right, so let's look at the one below. So we're adding 1 for our x's. We're adding 2 for our y's. So again, take your y over x. So 2 over 1 is 2. So we get 2x. And then again, we'll pick any of them. So let's pick 3 this time. Okay, so we take our 2, times it by 3, which is 6. How do I get from 6 to 4? We subtract 2. So it's going to be minus 2 at the end. And again, we could pick 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 to 2 is minus 2. All right, next one. Our x's are counting by 2's, and our y's are counting by 6. So we're going to have 6 over 2, which is 3. So that gives us y equals 3x. I'm going to pick 8. It doesn't matter which one, just pick one. So this one we're going to use 3, because that's what's next to x. So 3 times 8 is 24. And 24 to 22 is minus 2. So minus 2 is going to go at the end. Okay. We're counting by 3's and then counting by 9's. So 9 over 3 is 3. So we have y equals 3x. I'm going to pick 11. So 3 times 11 is 33. And how do I get from 33 to 34? Plus 1. So we had plus 1 at the end. Okay, next one we're adding by 2's for our x's, 1's for our y's. So without that is 1 over 2, and it stays 1 over 2. So we have 1/2 x. So I'm going to take 12. So 1/2 times 12. So since a whole number, we'll put a 1 underneath. So 12 times 1 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. And then 12 over 2 is 6. And how do I get from 6 to 9 plus 3? Okay, so fraction's a little bit more confusing. Since it's just an easy fraction, we could have said divide by 2, because halving is divided by 2. Half of 12 is 6, and then 6 to 9 is plus 3. Okay, so our x's, we're adding 2's. Y's, we're adding 1. So that's going to turn into 1 over 2. So we get 1/2 x. So again, I'm going to pick 8. So I'm going to do a half times 8. So put that over 1. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 2. 8 over 2 is 4. And then how to get from 4 to 3? Minus 1. So we had minus 1 at the end. Okay, and if you notice, none of these are going to be negatives. These are all going to be positive, either fractions or whole numbers next to our x. Now let's look at some vertical tables. Okay, so our y's, we're adding by 2's, x is adding 2's, y's, we're adding by 8. So 8 over 2 is 4. So you write that as y equals 4x. We're going to pick 1, so let's pick 1 this time. So 4 times 1 is 4. And how do I get from 4 to 5 plus 1? Okay, so next one, we're adding our x's by 2, y's are by 6. So 6 over 2 is 3. So 3x. So we'll do 3 times 12, which is 36. And how do I get from 36 to 36? Nothing. It just stays, so it's going to stay 3x. Okay, this one we're adding 2's for our x's, 1 for our y. So this one's going to be 1 over 2, or 1/2 x. So we're going to do 1/2. I'm going to pick 12. Put over 1. 1 times 12 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. So 12 over 2 is 6. And how do I get from 6 to 4? Minus 2. Okay, 3 more. So x's are counting by 1s, and then they're negatives again, so skip and do the positive. So 1 to 3 is plus 2. So our y is 2. X is 1. So 2 over 1 is 2. We have y equals 2x. I'm going to pick 4, just because at the bottom. 2 times 4 is 8. And how do I get from 8 to 3? Minus 5. Next one, 3. We're adding by 3's on our x's. Y's, we're adding 6. So 6 over 3 is 2. We get y equals 2x. Again, you can pick any. I'm just going to pick the ones at the bottom. So 2 times 12 is 24. And how do I get from 24 to 28? Plus 4. And then our last one, our x's we're adding 1s, our y's we're adding 3's. So it's going to be 3 over 1, which is 3. And then again, I'm just picking one at the bottom. So 3 times 4 is 12. How do I get from 12 to 11? Minus 1. So we have y equals 3x minus 1. All right, so your homework is going to be a mixture of what we did last week. So writing the equations for your table, we just did tables, write your equations for your graphs, and then you are going to have a few word problems.